let's meet the man of the moment. Premier, always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed for joining us and giving us this opportunity to have this conversation with you.
Always a pleasure, Peter, and good morning. And good morning to the viewers and listeners.
All right, so Friday you delivered your State of the Province address, and the overarching theme was that things are going well, that we're making progress, and that we're better off than we certainly were in 1994. Let's unpack some of that. One of the pillars of your administration has been this Operation Hlasela. Tell us a little bit about what that is and why that was important to you.
Well, Operation Hlasela was really one of our pillars. It meant that we must attack poverty, illiteracy, unemployment, inequalities, social ills, and I think that's what we have done in the last 5 years.
All right, so the other thing was, in your speech, you spoke about the achievements over the past 20 years, but also, I guess, in the last 5 under your administration. I see here on our table here, there are a number of awards that you've been given. Tell us a little bit about what you have seen has been achieved by your administration, achieved by your province, and why it is that you've been able to get these awards.
Well, you remember, as before we came into this new term, 2009-2014, the ANC came with its own manifesto and said to the people of the Free State and South Africa, we are going to prioritize education, health, rural development, fighting against corruption, revitalization, building a better economy. And that's what we have said we'll do. We have said we'll deal with the issue of clean audits. So here you see that the Auditor General, this comes from the Auditor General, former Auditor General, Mr. Nombembe. PFMA Clean Audit Award, financial year 2010-2011, financial year 2011-2012, financial year 2012-2013, and empty there. So for the last 3 years, the Premier's Department had clean audit. And the Department of Treasury, I don't have the one of the Department of Treasury is with the MEC. 4 consecutive years. And our clean audit was supposed to be 5 years. As we came in 2009 until to date, we have clean audit. Department of Treasury, 4 years consecutively. Department of Sports joined last year. And as we came in, we had a lot of disclaimers. There is no single department in the provincial government with a disclaimer. And you can go down to our municipalities. The 5 districts then, now there are 4. Clean, unqualified. You can go to Mangaung. It was having a disclaimer. If you look back last year and this year, Mangaung is better. Sentlek, unqualified, Mapwater, unqualified, Kopanong, Sitsoto, Metsimaholo, a lot of improvement. So there are only 8 municipalities which are still struggling. But because of the legacy, we are addressing the issues which are very, very serious. So as a province, in terms of clean audit, better administration, people always criticize us, but they never say, thank you, you are actually improving. But people know what is happening out there. The people of South Africa and the Free State know the truth. And this one is Karakude. Let me start with this one. This one is Karakude 2011. In terms of education, we are regarded as one province which is very, very good. Best performer in the whole country, 2011, Karakude. And that's why this past year, 2013, 15,000 people who did not know how to read and write, 15,000 of them on Saturday, we're awarding them their certificates. Now, this one is learner retention. In the whole country, in terms of learner retention, learner retention awards 2012. So that's why I'm saying we have done very well. The best performer in terms of metric. I was listening this morning, somebody saying when we take over, I think it's ACDP or UCDP, when we take over, we'll take 5,000 students first year to go and do medicine. And I said, is this person aware that we don't even have such a big university which will take at once 5,000 medicine students? We have done very well because we have given a lot of people 7,242 bursaries. And as I look at that list, I have packages. And I was counting how many are whites, how many are so-called Indians, and how many are so-called coloreds. And I'm proud to say, when I look at it, I found almost 502 whites who have been given bursaries by this. Then the rest is black, and some of them are even staying outside the country. I said on Friday, we have about 6 pilots, competent, well-trained, and I've already engaged the Minister of Defense to say we have these pilots, what are we going to do with them? And there is a plan for them. So we have done well. And in terms of education, we have invested in bursaries. In fact, that is youth development, youth investment, because look at the future in the next 5 years or so. The youth of this province shall have been empowered. They will be able to take their parents out of poverty through an investment in education. You can go to the rural schools. We have 28 boarding schools for farm kids. They eat there. Health facilities are there. School nutrition. So the province in South Africa is better off in terms of education. You can go and see how many schools have been built in the last 5 years. If I integrate it with the last 15, 20 years, then I think as South Africa we have done a lot. And in terms of health, when we came in, we were told that there's no medicine. People are saying there are no ARVs in our hospitals. Our report is very clear. We have visited some of the clinics, hospitals, 98%, 97% medicine availability. We have done well, and I think that's what we have done. In terms of rural development, you can go to the Atalawa. It's one farm where we have brought all services. I mean all services. There was nothing there. It was a simple farm where people did not have houses. If you go there today, there is that human settlement. If people want to go and see what human settlement means, they must go to the Atalawa. Must go to revitalization of our rural areas. Cornelia, Jagersfontein, Henneman, Vredefort, Kopis, Heilbron, Magolokwane, Jacobsdal, all those, Velkom, Ottendalsrest, Paris. If you want to see township revitalization, we have paved almost 143 kilometers of roads in the township. We have better roads today. In terms of the economy and building a better economy, we have started those 23 roads. And when MEC Manyoni was there, we just decided, let's move on. We'll see what happens later. And we are happy to, people, when you travel in the province, you people from other parts of the country, smooth driving. We have some challenges with some other roads, but this year we are dealing with those roads. The Newcastle Warden Road, Memel, is going to be one of the roads, Rees Castle. So we have done well. And I think we are proud as the province and as part of South Africa, we are proud that indeed South Africa is a better place to live in. And lastly, let me say to you why I say it's a better place. In my own town, before 94, we had one secondary school. In Kronstadt, in Ottendalsrest, they had one secondary school. People from Ottendal had to travel to Kronstadt to go and study. I'm closer to the Val. I had to go to the Val, a state school, to go and study there because the school ended at JC Standard 8. People then have to go to Kwakwa to go and study there because that's where the homeland system was. If you go to Paris today, 5 high schools, 8 primary schools. There was 1 primary school. So people can't say South Africa is not better today when we have actually all these things. So we have actually delivered, and I can assure you, for 20 years we have actually done well. But for the last 5 years, under the presidency of Jacob Zuma, I think he has done a lot for this country, invested trillions in things you can see in terms of infrastructure development, mega projects for the first time, and a lot of job creation. People might actually look at some of the things and say there are no jobs. On Friday, we'll be with the president at a town called Raids. We'll go to a project where we have invested a lot of money with IDC, practically created more than 1,000 jobs. Now we are coming with a biofuel in Bothaville. You'll see how many jobs will be created. It's expected that almost 11,000 jobs will be created. So we have done a lot.
All right. So we'll unpack some of those projects in a bit more detail as the program unfolds. But